These questions are just like basic questions that you have to know what's the answer. But since it's an interview guide kind of thing, I think that it will be a really guide interview if I also state my answer so you have a little idea. How y'all doing? I know a lot of you guys have been requesting for an interview guide tips, but you guys should know that before you get past to it, you have to pass the company interview fast. So for today's episode, I'm gonna do a company interview guide tips for y'all so you can ace the interview. But before we get started, if you haven't watched my first two episodes about my American Dream J1 journey, first is the basic tips and the second one is how much program costs. I'm gonna put the link down below so it'll be accessible and help yourselves, guys. Let's start. And since I'm wearing English language right now, if you're not cool about it, then skip. Bye. Nice seeing you today. First, tell me a little something about yourself. So guys, when the interviewer asks you to tell something about yourself, the interviewer doesn't want to know what's your favorite color or what side on the bed you're sleeping at. It is time to sell yourself. I always start with my full name with confidence because I think that will give the interviewer a good impression, and also telling the interviewer my school background. So it goes something like this. Good morning, sir. I am Christle Manato Barola. I graduated year 2014 with an honor as one of the most outstanding students in my department with a degree of Bachelor of Science in International Travel and Tourism Management from Lyceum of the Philippines, University Batangas, located at capital site, Batangas City. After that, I always find about with my work experience, my job history, what I achieved, so kind of like an edge for me among the rest, and what else? And then I put a small summarization. I always relate my experiences to the job that I'm applying so that it will kind of like be related to it. Yeah, it's kind of long, even if it's just a little something about yourself, but it's just that way how you say things and how you sell yourself. It's not a vast explanation, but it's just like picking this up, picking those the great qualities and words that you have to use and to ace that interview and to sell yourself again, and for the interviewer to be like wow. Next, what do you hope to learn in this training opportunity? It's basically asking you what's your expectation about the program and what you want to learn for this training ground that you will be you're applying, or you want to go next in your career or to improve your future endeavors. You just have to be honest and what you really want to expect, so the interviewer would know what you're expecting to the company. What I said before was what I'm expecting to learn from this training opportunity is not just about the knowledge or hands-on training based on American standards, but also to be self-reliant, to discover myself more as an individual and as a professional, and to work far away from home. Third question, what do you do in your free time? So yeah, I remember that my interviewer asked me this before, and it's just like the interviewer just wants to lose everything up, and just if you're like kind of looking nervous and the interviewer just wants to say like, okay, you can just breathe and not being nervous, because sometimes being nervous you can't answer the question properly, or maybe your mouth is like shaking like something like that. So it's actually like a cool thing if the interviewer wants to ask you what you're doing in your free time, because he or she really wants to know the real you and to be like just like a friendly way, so you will feel like I'm just talking to a friend or something you knew before. Because I remember what I answered to that question, I said I love cooking, so if it's afternoon time and I have no work, you will find me in the kitchen cooking this, like my favorite pasta and I just called it 3 S's. Yeah, I called my pasta 3 S's. And that's just so normal and not very professional kind of question and answer. I'm feeling not nervous at all, so I think it's a good thing. Number 4. What is your plan after this program? Okay, honey. Never ever tell the interviewer that you're planning to stay and not gonna leave that country, because it's a no-no. I do believe that interviewer or officers are very much aware that you have to leave the country, return home, let your country experience you, or like share the knowledge and expertise that you acquired to their company. Yeah, it's a very no-no. It's a straight, flat no to say to your interviewer that I don't know, maybe I'm planning, or maybe I'm gonna stay here after I finish my contract here, because I really don't like going back to my country because it's really boring that, or it's really for a country. No, it's no. I started answering the question saying, since we've got 30 days grace period before coming back home, I am planning to arrange a trip or tour to just experience the place and to discover more that America has to offer, and blah blah blah. I really don't know, I forgot what I said, but it's kind of like that, about like arranging trips and something. I even remember saying that after my leisure time, I'm gonna share my expertise or knowledge that I've gained in the company that I work for. And I said by the time I'll be ready to build a better future with confidence and to use my acquired knowledge and skills based on international standards. 5th question, describe your family. So I'm not gonna describe my family because it's kind of like a private thing to me, but yeah, you have to be ready about that kind of question. Just be prepared about that question. It also like simple questions that maybe you won't expect to be asked, and you were like, oh wow, it's really a simple question and just don't know how to answer because I was not ready answering it. Because sometimes simple question and you not being ready to be asked about it, it's just so hard to express and just put into words, because you're like, okay, what I'm gonna say first, and then it will be next, or what, and just dumb you, and you'll be like, oh wow, okay, something like that, you know. It always happens to me. So whatever crazy things or just simple questions, I always like, I'm trying to be prepared. Okay, next question, your strength and weaknesses. So for your strength, basically you're just gonna say your strength and maybe say 2 to 3 strengths, add a little bit of explanation about it. What do you think that is your strength? For the weaknesses, you have to state a weakness or 2, but it shouldn't be like a bad thing. It's a weakness, but you can convert it into like strength. Yeah. 7. What's your short-term goal? So my answer to that question was finding a position at a company where I can grow and develop more and more skills every day, work from people I can really learn from, and take new challenges that I will surely carry on in my future endeavors. And then always write your long-term goals too. And last but not the least, I think it's important to know what's your answer to this question, because it's actually one of the basic and most asked question in an interview. How do you handle pressure? Honestly, I already forgot what I answered to this question, but if I'll be given a chance again to answer the question, maybe I will start on saying it's easier to say that working under pressure is just a matter of time management, but also to me it's very important to have a good attitude towards work. You have to stay focused and remember how to calm down, what should be done first, and everything will follow. Knowing something by heart will lead you to success and resolving the pressure that you are in at the moment. So there you go, guys. I don't know if the answer is good or bad, but yeah, that's how maybe I will answer the question. That is it for today, guys. I know it's kind of like, oh, why is she speaking English? Yeah, I really had to speak English because it's, what's the title? It's, what's this episode again? Wait, I forgot. Company interview, and of course the interview will be American, so you have to practice your English, honey. And I know it's hard for me too. I hope that you learned something about this video. Comment down below if you blood all over the place, because me too. And also, what are your thoughts? If you have any questions about the program or about like you know, want a little hat about answering something for your interview, just comment down below, let me know, and give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And before I let you go, follow me on all of my social medias, everything at Mary Christle, Instagram, Twitter, but no vowels. And since you're here already, you might as well subscribe and click the bell button over there and get notified whenever I post new videos. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Oh god, I'm looking rough right now.